Welcome guys to another full-time sports edition. Today I would like us to talk about my prediction for the upcoming 2020-2021 Premier League season. We shall start with the teams I expect to go down. So in 20th position, I'm expecting West Brom to end bottom of the table. This is because they have not done enough in signing players who have Premier League experience, and those I believe are quality enough to keep them in the Premier League. However, they have a few players who have some experience, but that may not be enough with Charlie Austin and Jack Livermore. So, all in all, they will end bottom. I think joining West Brom in the 19th position will be Aston Villa, and this is because their captain Jack Grealish is most likely going to move on to another club, which will be a very big dent in Aston Villa's midfield. Aston Villa has not signed quality players this transfer window, and that may be because of the finances, especially because of the COVID situation. Their striking lineup is not good, with Buana Semata not scoring as many goals as he used to score with Jenk, so that may be not good enough for them to remain in the Premier League. So joining Aston Villa, I think Fulham will also be relegated back to the Championship. Fulham has some wonderful players who have come, and a very great coach with experience in Scott Parker, who knows his whereabouts in the league as a player, but I don't expect him to do that as a manager. With Mitrovic, he will get quite a number of goals, and I expect him to be one of the strikers that are going to give very many defenders hard time, but that may not be enough to keep them up. So for more of this content, please subscribe, like, comment, and hit that bell for notifications of another wonderful video. In 17th, I expect Crystal Palace. There, I think it will be a real battle for them to remain in the Premier League, but they will just remain by the scrap of their teeth. This is because Zaha is not doing so well. Last season was one of his worst seasons from the time he joined Crystal Palace. I don't believe that they are also able to sign enough quality players. They've signed one wonder kid in Eze, who I don't think is able himself to just change that team, so they end 17th. Brighton joins them closely in the 16th position. I know Brighton was able to get Lallana, and they're also able to keep their captain and wonderful defender Duffy from Chelsea, so that may help them also to remain in the league. Lallana will give them enough experience, and coming from a team that just won the Premier League, that is something that is going to boost them. I expect Leeds United end 15th, having played very well in the Championship and deserving of their place in the EPL after a long time out. I believe that they have the best manager to manage them during this time in the EPL, and I also believe that their new signing Moreno from Valencia is able to get them the goals that they deserve to stay in the Premier League. Following in 14th, I expect Burnley. Burnley has one of the best goalkeepers in the EPL in Nick Pope, who has kept very many clean sheets and has really won for them matches. I expect them to do well. The only challenge they have right now is the loss of Hendricks, who has moved on to rivals Newcastle, and this may be a dent in their midfield. However, they are good to go in the Premier League and should be able to survive the relegation. I'm expecting Hendrick's new side Newcastle to finish 13th on the table. Newcastle still has some great players on their cards like Maxima and Shelby, who have Premier League experience and are able to do the job. The only problem with Newcastle is that they've spent the whole preseason trying to get the takeover deal done. However, with its failure, this may affect them going forward. I hope by the end of the season, Newcastle fans are not as sad as these ones you see here because of so many disappointments. West Ham comes in 12th on the table. West Ham have really been doing a great job, but however, they've been blowing hot and cold sometimes. I'm also worried that their star midfielder Rice may have to move on to a different club and this may affect them. However, they're a consistent club that has always been in the Premier League and is always challenging, so they should be able to finish 12th. I have the belief that Southampton will be able to finish 11th. Southampton having performed very well in the last season with their wonderful striker Danny Ings getting them the goals. I also believe that since he's no longer that injury prone and if he's able to stay fit for the rest of the season, he should be able to keep them in 11th position or even perform better if they can get new signings, having already signed Saliba from Spain. The South Yorkshire side Sheffield United comes in 10th on my list. This is after a very impressive run last season with the guidance of manager Chris Wilder. Sheffield lost number 1 goalkeeper Dean Henderson, who really made great saves last season, moving back to his parent club Manchester United. The Blades however replaced him with old boy Aaron Ramsdale from relegated side Bournemouth for £18 million. Three-time league champions Wolves United start the top half of our table in 9th position. Wolves have so far managed to keep most of their top players like Captain Cody, Jota, Neto and Jimenez. The flying winger Adam Traore is also remaining at the club after many clubs failing to get his signature. Nuno Santos has yet to sign a senior player this summer despite making a desire to improve his squad. Wolverhampton, however, front runners in signing Barcelona centre-back Jean Todibo, according to reports from Spain. In the 8th position is Carlos Ancelotti's Merseyside Everton. Ancelotti has shown the importance of having a world-class manager at a club. He has managed to bring in a world-class player in Haaland from Napoli, who I think is going to strengthen their midfield. I also expect him to bring in new players like Doucouré from Watford and Rodriguez from Real Madrid, having previously worked with him. Everton are also in the process of building a new stadium, and this should give them the motivation to push further up in the table. This may not be possible this season, but I believe with quality players coming in every other season, they should be able to challenge for European places in the following seasons. I believe Leicester City will end 7th next season after last season's run where they ended 5th, having failed to make it to the Champions League on the last day after losing to Manchester United. I believe that they can still manage to challenge for a European place, however the Champions League may be a far cry for them. However, with Vardy still in the side, expect goals from last season's top scorer even at the age of 34. Please subscribe, like and comment on this video and hit that bell for further notifications on any similar videos. Now we jump into the teams I expect to make it into the European League for next season, starting at number 6. I expect Arsenal to end 6th next season. This is because I don't believe they have the firepower to compete against the other big boys. Arsenal having won the Community Shield and FA Cup against Chelsea and Liverpool respectively, this should give them a boost going into next season. Arsenal also managed to keep captain and top scorer Aubameyang, and this should be good for the club. I also expect them to lose Lacazette and replace him with a more formidable midfielder. Arsenal have, however, managed to make some good business by signing defenders Gabriel and Saliba, who will enforce a better defensive unit. The signing of experienced winger William should also be a boost to Arsenal and is expected to do a lot of deliveries for Aubameyang. In 5th are London rivals Tottenham. I believe Tottenham has quality players, but they may not be able to make it into the Champions League. They have, however, signed some wonderful players like Holberg from Southampton and Doherty from Wolves. They also have Joy Hart, who joins in from Burnley on a free transfer to give some cover to their number 1 goalkeeper. Their only chances of making it to the Champions League may depend on Harry's form and if he can stay injury-free for the rest of the season. Now I start the teams I expect to finish in the top 4. Starting in the 4th position is Manchester United. Manchester United just managed to finish 4th last season on the last day of the season, and now I believe that they are still able to finish in this position. I don't believe they have made enough signings to guarantee them a higher position on the Premier League table. However, now that they have Fernandes in the side and able to play a full season, I expect him to cause a lot of impact with new signing Van de Beek also available for selection. If they can also manage to finally pull off the signing of Sancho, this may make me change my position on where they will end. In 3rd position, I expect 2012 Champions League winners Chelsea. Chelsea has made some wonderful signings in Kai Havertz, Timo Werner, Ben Chilwell and Hakim Ziyech from Ajax. This should be able to improve the quality of Chelsea going forward. However, I don't think that they'll be able to gel immediately, and this may be the only reason that they may not be able to challenge for a title. My runners-up for next season are current champions Liverpool FC. Liverpool did a great job last season in winning the trophy after 30 years. Tsimikas is however the only signing Liverpool have yet made, and I expect them to also be able to add Alcantara to this. However, even with all this done, I don't expect them to win the trophy. This will however be a tight race between them and Man City, but I believe Man City will be able to just edge it out. Man City themselves have managed to sign Ake and Spanish player Torres. This should be a great boost for their defense and midfield, and even with the experience of Pep Guardiola, I think he now has the anger and the ambition to win the Premier League again. I also expect Man City to give a try to signing Messi from Barcelona after his conflict he has with the club. However, this may not be possible. Thank you for watching my video, and please like and comment on it. Also hit that notification for other videos. Adios.